Hicks Morley Law Firm, HOSSEIN MOGHTADERI, Damages, My Experience, Part 8. So now, January 23rd, 2020, and as you can see here, HOSSEIN MOGHTADERI, okay, very much still on board, but now he's saying, okay, that in this letter to with WSIAT, right? WSIAT is saying that HOSSEIN MOGHTADERI is saying that they're still not, that ADRIAN NICOLINI still not provided medical documents. Huh? Didn't we dealt with that in 2019? You saw the letter January and February stating that the medical documents were not received. Then we got a hearing date for June 4th, 2019. I figured that the medical records were received. Huh? What do you think, eh? So here, yeah. Please feel free to pause and read. Thank you. There it is. MOGHTADERI's letter refers to medical documents not provided by NICOLINI. Okay. On January 24, 2020, WSIAT stated that they have indicated the manager scheduling administration January 23rd, 2020 letter. That was the letter that they sent stating that HOSSEIN MOGHTADERI wanted the hearing postponed because ADRIAN NICOLINI did not provide medical records. Anyway, the WSIAT is saying here the hearing for this appeal scheduled on February 4th, 2020 in Toronto will proceed, as you can see here. Please feel free to pause and read. All right, and you can see HOSSEIN MOGHTADERI was a part of it. All right. February 3rd, 2020, HOSSEIN MOGHTADERI, and this is us confirmation letter to ADRIAN NICOLINI and myself, really, regarding the upcoming hearing dated February 4th, 2020. Okay, as you can see, please feel free to pause and read. Thank you. February 2020 to March 2020. Okay. ADRIAN NICOLINI, HOSSEIN MOGHTADERI, and the hearing committee for WSIAT had planned to dismiss my case. They were all aware that ADRIAN NICOLINI did not provide my medical reports from the medical doctors. Their aim was for me to sign a consent form to allow access to my medical records, which were distorted. Okay. Denied. I was denied by WSIAT. I was deceived by ADRIAN NICOLINI on November 15, 2019 and February 3rd, 2020 when I was informed that I only needed to prove at the hearing that my injury occurred at work. As soon as the hearing began, HOSSEIN MOGHTADERI, the defense lawyer, stated that my medical documents were still not obtained by the lawyer. ADRIAN NICOLINI therefore ordered that the WSIAT hearing be cancelled. Their intent was to have WSIAT review my distorted medical records for the Ministry of Health to sway the blame from bearability. Yeah. What else? Anyone else have any answer to that? It's obvious. Okay? Because you can see that ADRIAN NICOLINI got that letter dated January 23rd, 2020, and it didn't even made an attempt to bring the to obtain the medical records and bring it along with him at the hearing, which was in February. Okay. Attended WSIAT hearing on February 4, 2020. Attendees was myself, ADRIAN NICOLINI, my WSIB lawyer, HOSSEIN MOGHTADERI, bearability lawyer, on phone bearability representative Montreal, 3 or 4 judicial representatives from Workplace Safety and Insurance Appeal Tribunal, which is WSIAT. Okay. The WSIB hearing was a charade. Yeah, a charade. As soon as the hearing started, it was finished. First, they had informed the bail representative representative that she did not have to be in attendance. The Bell Mobility lawyer, HOSSEIN MOGHTADERI, Hicks Morley law firm, requested first to speak. HOSSEIN MOGHTADERI requested that the hearing be adjourned, since to date the medical report was still not retrieved from the medical doctors by my lawyer. My lawyer, ADRIAN, NICOLINI, had nothing to say. Deceptive. Not to say about the matter. Right? The atmosphere in the room was not right. It seemed as if I was there for them to see me in person, the troublemaker, I would say, who would not back down. I felt I was being scrutinized. What Adrian Nicolini actually stated did not make sense. They went outside and deliberated, okay? All right? It was later found that a hearing was made without my presence at a later date, and a decision was made, okay? I received a letter to inform of the decision, and also that I should sign a consent form so that they could retrieve my medical report from the medical doctors. I refused, since my medical records at the Ministry of Health were distorted. Also realized that the medical system was still adding false diagnosis to my records. Okay. Attended the WSIAT hearing on February 4, 2020, which was dismissed immediately since my medical reports were not obtained by from the doctors by my WSIB lawyer, Adrian Nicolini. This lawyer misguided me again, right? A month later, they decided to put my fate in their hands by creating a 9-page document to outline the reason why the hearing of February 4th was adjourned. The main reason? To review my distorted medical records for the Ministry of Health and Long-Term Care. Yeah. Right? They needed to obtain clinical notes from Great Lakes Medical, the medical center that gave me the runaround. Yes, and refused to assist me between January 2019 to February 2019. So it was the first time they did that. And I know something was wrong. And then I'm thinking, did they distort my clinical notes too? Did they? That was in my mind, wondering, because they have been good to me all along. So what was it? And it was more like those at the front, the receptionist area, right? And then the next thing, they're telling me that I have to speak to my lawyer first. And I'm thinking, why would I want to speak to my lawyer? It's my medical record, you understand? So I guess they were just following through because of the system, because all along this medical center was good to me, you understand? So I became skeptical, you know? Yeah, right? I retained NICOLINI law for WSIB appeal on April 10th. This lawyer had not done anything for my claim. 3 years later, April 2017 to February 2020. What has this lawyer done? Nothing. As you can recall, there was no hearing. I had attended the hearing, but as soon as it started, it ended because medical documents were still not received. All right. So over a year later, no medical records, but I thought with all I went through in 2019 that medical records were received. That's why there's a hearing. But no, they had a plan. So as you can see, they made a decision on February 2020, the 27th of February 2020, WSIAT, WSIAT made their decision. They made a decision behind my back. All right. I was denied. Okay, I was denied, and there was a 9-page report which I have already included in my WSIB presentation. So please feel free to review. Okay, I just brought this forward just to show you that there was a plan. So I was denied in February 2020. All right, because medical documents were still not received and they wanted me to sign a consent form. All right, please feel free to review. Thank you. As you can recall, okay, this is part of the 9-page document that denial report I got from WSIAT. Okay, this is part of it. I made my notes here. You remember that my doctor did me wrong. My family doctor did me wrong. So please feel free to review. Okay, I put the dates here just to show you that this is why I'm at this stage and being refused. Okay, and that my medical record was distorted. All right, so here on March 5th, right, they're telling me that unless I sign the consent form, as you see here enclosed, you must complete the enclosed medical consent forms. Okay, and I have to complete these forms by March 31st, 2020, 31st of March 2020. Now, would you? Remember, my medical records were distorted. Okay? So, no, I will not be completing this form. And that's how now I was cornered. Yeah. That's how I was cornered, because unless I complete these forms, WSIAT will not proceed with my claim. Please feel free to review. Thank you. As per Workplace Safety and Insurance Board WSIAT, my claim can only go forward if I sign a consent form to give them access to my medical records between April 2016 and March 2017. I refused to sign a consent form. ADRIAN NICOLINI had time to obtain those medical records prior to my distorted medical records dated April 2019. Okay. I just brought forth one of the many distorted reports from the Ministry of Health, right, on my health. Okay, I brought this just the one just to show you that if I had signed the consent form for WSIAT to review my medical records, I would be denied, because based on the medical report, the distorted medical report from Ministry of Health, it contains so many things that it would have given them WSIAT reasons to deny my claim, right? And on the other hand, if I don't sign the consent form, I am going to be denied. So either which way, I'm cornered. And that's what MOGHTADERI wanted. Okay? Yes. So as you can see, as you can recall, on the 3rd of September 2016, the medical records have symptoms, not signs, not yet diagnosed, musculoskeletal system leg. And then it says here on the 5th of October 2016, Dupuytren's contracture. And then it says on the 17th of October 2016, Dupuytren's contracture. Okay? But the Great Lakes medical report, which they had refused to include, on February 26, 2019, it already confirmed that where I attended their office on these dates below, confirming that I had Decovane syndrome. Okay, and as you can see, for September 3rd, 2016, Decovane, they said not yet diagnosed, and I have something else. And on the 5th of October 2016, they're saying Dupuytren when it was Decovane. On the October 17, 2016, the medical records is saying Dupuytren when the report here from Great Lakes Medical is saying Dupuytren. Okay, I'm sorry, Decovane. Okay, please feel free to review. Thank you.